Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to these Wednesday webinars. These webinars are conducted by Pune River Revival, and we mainly work for rights of rivers. We want rivers to be clean, naturally beautiful, and healthy with rich biodiversity and natural ecosystem. Through these webinars, we try to reach out to as many people as we can, and we talk about rivers and trees and any other topics related to environment in general. So, today we have Pravin Bhagwat with us. I'm not going to tell a lot about his venture, which is 14 trees, because that's what he's going to talk about. I'll tell you a little bit about Pravin. Actually, when Sanjeev sent me his background, I was a little uh, you know it's overwhelming background because he's an IITian, and then he has done PhD in computer science from the University of Maryland, and then he has 27 patents to his credit. He has done a lot of research work. He had his own software company, sorry, not software, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and network related company, with also in the cloud environment. And then he started his venture of 14 trees. I would say, dream and passion, and 14 trees foundation. So we'll get to know more about it from him. So Praveen, over to you.
Thank you, Prajakta, and the Jeevit Nadi team for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to share some thoughts and stories with you. So I want to actually begin by saying a big thank you to the Jeevit Nadi team. Many of you have visited the project site, and I think that's how our interaction started. Shailja Tai also has been to the site, and we've started a lot of interesting conversations. Though my meeting with her, a coffee meeting, is pending for a long time, I'm hoping that after this webinar, we'll be able to align our time and meet together. But I'm really happy to get the opportunity today to share the story of 14 trees with all of you. And I like to actually make this webinar interactive as much as possible. So if the host will permit, allow people to interrupt me in the middle of the presentation, ask questions, because that way the engagement will be more lively, and we'll be able to discuss some things alongside the stories that I'm going to tell. So to give you a background, the project started about 13 years ago, north of Pune. Those of you who drive on the Pune-Nashik highway are very familiar with the place called Rajguru Nagar. And then you take a left turn from Rajguru Nagar to go towards Bhimashankar. So it's along that area. Uh, 13 years ago, I was looking for a space which is ecologically degraded, where a lot of tree felling has already happened. And I was interested in exploring what will it take to rejuvenate that piece of land. But because temperamentally, an experimental researcher. I like to learn new areas by tinkering, by doing experiments. And I had no background in ecology or biological sciences, but was very interested. So that's how the experiment began in year 2013. And this became a live laboratory where we started, experiments of how we can rejuvenate Earth without using extractive methods. That is, without bringing in soil, without bringing in water, without bringing in too much of external input. How do we let the earth heal itself in some way? And I'm glad to share this picture, which those of you who have been to the site have seen the transformation there, that this picture is taken exactly in the same camera position where the previous picture was taken, just after a difference of about 8 years. And we were very happy to see the transformation that we could witness. And once this experiment succeeded, the ambition obviously grew that, can we do it at a larger scale rather than keeping it as a lab prototype only? And that's when I started exploring the area a little bit more to understand what has happened. So, around in the area, it's only about 25 kilometers aerial distance from Bhimashankar forest. And the locals tell us that if you go back in the history 50 to 100 years ago, the entire area was a dry, deciduous forest, pretty much of a green cover extending all the way up to Bhimashankar. But if you look at on Google Earth today, entire tree cover is now gone. All of that area has been turned into a grazing land. So the tree cover has been removed and grass grows during monsoon time. And so the area is used for grazing of cattle, which is perfectly fine. But after the grazing season is over, locals have a tradition of burning the entire land. And this is the time, typically in the month of February, March, April, when large tracts of these lands are burnt every year. And after come monsoon, then again grass grows and the area becomes green, becomes a place where the cattle is brought back for grazing. And this cycle repeats every year. So that's all good because a lot of livelihoods are linked to this phenomena. But the problem is when you burn the land repeatedly year after year, there is a big scale biodiversity loss. And once the biodiversity loss happens, there isn't enough in the ground to hold the soil. So when the rain comes, all the topsoil starts flowing away. And slowly, we don't notice it immediately, but if you look at the span of the land over the intervals of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, a lot of topsoil has gone away. And then the ability of the ground to absorb groundwater also reduces. And as a result, the groundwater level starts dropping. So the problem statement we were interested in is how do we rejuvenate this kind of a land? And obviously, water is the key. So rather than lifting water back from the reservoir and using pipelines and fossil fuel to bring the water again, our approach was let's identify uh, points in land where we can dig ponds and store rainwater. So here are some pictures of rainwater ponds that we have dug in the area. These ponds fill up during rainy season, and this is the budget within which then we survive the entire year. So roughly speaking, we dig a pond like this in every 5 acre of land, store rainwater, and give barely 5 to 10 liters of water to every sapling that we plant. Obviously, if you give more water, the tree will grow faster, but we are limited by the amount of water we have. And we didn't want to make investments in laying pipelines and bringing a lot of water through fossil fuel consumption. Whatever rainwater we could hold, that's the focus of the project. So when we dig the pond, we don't know whether it's going to hold water or not. So many ponds hold water and many become percolation ponds. So the water seeps through the cracks and goes underground. But either way, it's good for healing and rejuvenation because you want to store some water to give the sapling, but you also want the water to percolate into the ground so that the groundwater table gets recharged. So roughly we have a 50% hit rate. Half of the ponds become percolation ponds and half of the ponds become storage ponds. And wherever we get an opportunity, we dig pond and store rainwater. So once we have made arrangement for water, then the next step is what kind of vegetation you're going to bring back into that land. Now, here, rather than taking a very commercial angle, we were guided by Ecological Society and Oikos that let us bring back the original flora of the area. So, experts who have studied the flora of that area have given us a recommendation of species which belong to that region before the devastation happened. And we are essentially bringing those seeds and those saplings back in the area. So we are planting like hirda, behda, currants, and a whole variety of native trees. And many of these saplings are not easily available in commercial nursery. So we have created our own nursery where from seeds these saplings are grown. And once the sapling grows to about 3 years, then it is planted. And we are essentially trying to regrow the jungle that existed at that land before. Now, one of the nice properties of these native trees and shrubs and herbs is that they are host plants for a lot of insects and butterflies and birds. So naturally, those species start coming and living on those growing trees. And many of these vegetation is also of the type which the cattle would want to eat because it's food for them. So it's important to protect these saplings from grazing and cattle attacks. So that's why we protect these saplings by putting a tree guard around them. And if you want to protect a large number of these saplings, you need such tree guards or bamboo protection at large scale. So what we found that our need for tree guards has spawned a mini industry there. That a lot of these tribals are now engaged in the service of making of these tree guards and supplying those tree guards to us. And we are buying it from them and installing it. Those of you who live in the Aund, Baner, Pashan area, you might have seen these tree guards actually now on the roadside in Pune area. And I'm very happy to share that those tree guards actually are being manufactured at the 14 tree site. And as the city decides to install them, it is creating a meaningful green job for the locals who are living there, and they are able to earn their livelihood by supplying such technologies to the city dwellers. So the project started with about 4 acres of land, and we witnessed a good deal of success in rejuvenating the land. And that's when our ambition grew, that what will it take to scale it to a larger and larger area? Because it's one thing to have a lab success, but actually going out there and replicating that model to a larger scale is a completely different ball game and a challenge. So that's what became our next desire, that figure out a way to scale it. And very clear learning there was that unless you figure out a way for the community to participate in that model, the model is not going to be successful. Though from an ecological viewpoint and from the biology and chemistry viewpoint, we know exactly what needs to be done to rejuvenate land. But unless the people who are living in that area are directly benefiting, it is very difficult to make such projects scalable and successful. So our attention kind of shifted towards figuring out ways to engage community, not only the rural community, but also the urban community into this project. And I think next couple of slides I'm going to talk about is essentially evolving that model of community participation. So the very first thing I did is one of our neighbors who was initially resisting our presence and was questioning every move that we were making, after he saw the transformation of the 4 acre of land, that what was a completely barren land was now hosting mango trees and guava trees and amla trees, he said, well, you take my land and also convert it the same way. So we planted around 750 trees on his land, which is our neighbor farmer. And incidentally, just after finishing that plantation, I visited IIT Kanpur. And that's where I learned that the institute had compiled a list of 750 professors who had made very important contribution to the building of the institute. So since I'm a graduate of IIT Kanpur, I said, let me take that list of 750 names and plant it and map a name to the trees which I had planted at the neighbor's land. So that land, which was a neighbor's barren land, became the host of IIT Kanpur Faculty Grove. There are 750 trees there, and there is a name associated with each tree. So interestingly, this whole idea of attaching names to the trees evoked a very positive response from everyone I talked to. And as you all know, that Pune is a city which is the backyard of of IIT Bombay. So the word spread to IIT Bombay faculty, and they said, why only IIT Kanpur faculty grove? Why not IIT Bombay faculty grove? And one of the alumni, Shirish Devadar, he came with the offer saying, well, I'll sponsor, you create a faculty grove for IIT Bombay faculty members. So one day, a bus full of professors from IIT Bombay came and we planted a tree in their name. And now there's a piece of land where there's a tree in the name of all IIT Bombay professors. So once, IIT Bombay created a grove, now the word is spreading to COEP, VJTI, and other colleges, and slowly more and more people are kind of interested in doing something similar. So it has kind of started as some kind of a chain reaction. Then, when my daughter graduated from Gurukul school, we said, at the farewell ceremony, we took 60 saplings to the school, and each student, graduating student, held that sapling in the hand. We brought that sapling back to the project site, and now there's a piece of land which belongs to the local farmer, but is now hosting the trees which are named after each graduating student of Gurukul school. So, uh, planting trees in the name of students, faculty members, alumni, and then people say, well, why only graduation and colleges? Why not? I'm celebrating anniversary, so my marriage anniversary. So why not? Let's plant some trees to celebrate that occasion. And then, so we now have, different parcels of land. Some represent anniversaries, some represent birthdays, some represent um, uh, uh, different occasions that people care about. Hmm. So, and to do that, we need more and more land. So, luckily, the farmers in the neighboring area are coming and offering their land to us because they have seen the kind of transformation which has happened at our project site. The land which did not have any water, which did not have any vegetation, is now hosting fruit trees and attracting birds and bees and all kinds of life forms. Gram panchayats are now saying, well, plant trees on the roadside. And you have seen some of these roadside trees even in the Pune city now. Uh, all gram panchayats also have access to large tracts of Gairan lands, which are just sitting idle and nothing is happening there. I mean, they're supposed to be grazing land, but now the land quality is so degraded that even the grass, very poor quality grass grows there. So a lot of these gram panchayats are now coming and offering that land to us. And then there is also a large tracts of privately owned lands which are completely useless or barren, nothing grows there. So many landowners are also coming to us. In many cases, we are acquiring that land for the purpose of rejuvenation. In many cases, we are working with the landowners, helping them rejuvenate their land. So uh, the land supply is increasing, and the word of that this kind of rejuvenation is happening, the land is transforming, greenery is coming back, water is coming back, butterflies are coming back, birds are coming back. That word is spreading through word of mouth. So as many of you would know, we don't have much presence on social media or on the public print media at all. But people who have been associated with us, have visited the site, are helping us spread the word, and the more and more land is becoming available to us. Now, at this point, I wanted to clarify that this project is not just about plantation of trees. It's actually a much bigger mission, a broader concept. And there are three pillars of on which the entire world is this project is resting. The first pillar is that we are aiming for a holistic rejuvenation of the damaged environment. So it's not just about counting trees, how many trees we have planted, but it's about holistic repair of damaged nature, which means transforming or the soil quality, making it more fertile, bringing in all kind of native vegetation, making sure that the water comes back on the land, the moisture improves, all kinds of species come back, the birds, butterflies, and all the life forms. So we are measuring our success by complete biodiversity revival, not just by the number of trees we are planting. So that's the kind of the guiding light that we are trying to walk towards. But the thing we have realized that the holistic rejuvenation of the environment is not possible until you get the community along. And that's where there is a heavy emphasis on creation of jobs, creation of livelihood opportunities for the locals. So we are employing today close to 275 tribal workers in the project. And we are giving them not just a seasonal 10-day or 15-day contract job, but we are offering them a continuous year-long employment in service of rejuvenating our damaged ecosystems. So we started with employing only 5 people, but they obviously these guys were happy. They spread the word. They brought their friends and family. And as more and more people started coming, we kept saying yes to them that yes, come and join us and we will give you lifelong employment. That built the pressure on us to scale the project. So we kept scaling the project to absorb all the people who were coming in. And so obviously we can employ them for a few years in service of plantation, maintenance, protection. But to create a lifelong employment, we are also identifying opportunities to create micro enterprises and micro ventures for them. And how we do that, I'll explain that in my next slide. Um, so, to recap, we are attempting a holistic rejuvenation of damaged nature, but we are also creating jobs for the local community. And this is a very, very important because this is the reason why people like what is happening. This is the reason that they want the project to continue. This is the reason the people who were actually earlier destroying the nature are now becoming the protector of the nature because they are seeing that their paycheck is coming from there. And uh, the third key pillar is that we are doing it in such a way so that we can connect masses to this mission. So we want to connect, people living in the cities. Uh, Otherwise, typically, I mean, I think Jeevit Nadi is not a good sample set, but typically, if you look at an average person who are doing their, busy in their daily life, they believe that all these environment issues and everything, this is, government's job to fix it unless they feel strongly emotionally attached to such mission, the restoration really cannot be successful. So we are figuring out ways we can engage people into volunteering activities, people into becoming sponsors of the project, and people who can inject their ideas and give their time. So to recap, the three key pillars of the project are holistic rejuvenation of nature, creation of jobs, and connecting people through emotions. And two success stories I want to talk about here. Um, there are two entrepreneurs who started off as 14 Trees volunteers and workers, but now are running their own enterprises. So on the left is Akash, who's now running a tech company named Spree.com. He spent quite a bit of time doing volunteering with us. He met his co-founders at the project site and now running a tech company, which is essentially providing a tech platform for accounting of emissions for mid to large scale enterprises. And this the story of how this company came out of actually the volunteering activities as 14 Trees is a very interesting one. And second is the Anant, who is the person who's running the project day and night. He lives on site and he runs a nursery called Eight Naturals, which is creating the saplings which 14 Trees is buying to do the reforestation. Now, there are more ideas. So, maybe one thing I wanted to say that while the project is built around the concept of volunteering, I'm very, very clear that people who are in the 50 plus age category, we can expect them to give their time free of cost because no, they have accomplished their career goals. Now they want to give back to the society. But young people like this who are in the age group of 25 to 40, mid 40s, they need to make their living. They can't just afford to give their entire time to a cause like this. So we want to turn such young people into entrepreneurs. We want to help them grow their businesses, which are centered around sustainability. And we offer them the lab space where they can incubate their ideas and turn it into a success story. So we are kind of building this symbiotic relationship. And sort of one more idea I want to share here. That, we have a bunch of artists and designers who have helped us in turning the trees that we have planted into a giftable items. And many of you may have come across these 14 trees gift cards, and they are gaining popularity. A lot of conferences are now giving these tree gift cards to their speakers. People are gifting these trees on various occasions like anniversary, birthdays, and these orders are pouring in. And this is helping us generate finances for the trees that we are planting, the jobs that we are creating. And the reason this gift of tree is spreading because the creativity and the finesse and the beauty with which the whole packaging is done. Obviously, this is done by a very young set of artists, and we want to help them turn their creativity and art into a venture. So there are some other venture ideas which are being incubated at the 14 trees. So we want to turn nature restoration or nature repair not just as a cause that people should give their life to, but also a fertile land ground where their passion for sustainability can turn into a business venture. And the second picture on the right, you are seeing the tree guard, and you are seeing examples of the tree guards now being deployed in the city, and the orders are coming in, and it is helping create jobs and new venture ideas. So at that point, I want to take a pause and explain why I call this project 14 trees. And again, the attempt is to come up with a narrative so that people can feel connected to this cause. Uh, so the reason we call it 14 trees is because um, we want every human on earth to become aware that rather than looking up to UN or the governments to solve the climate problem, they should realize that they are actually also a contributor to the problem. So if you look at just the act of breathing through which we are, staying alive every day, we are breathing in oxygen and we are breathing out carbon dioxide. And it's a very, very small amount. So, in the bigger scheme of thing, if you pour one spoon of water in Pacific Ocean, it doesn't matter. But if you count how much CO2 you breathe out over your 100-year lifespan, that total amount is actually non-trivial. And so the calculation is that if you look at the total amount of CO2 you breathe out in your lifetime, if you plant 14 trees, that entire CO2 will get absorbed. So this is like a debt that we are all carrying. And the least we can do is to clear that debt by planting 14 trees. And I think this narrative is resonating. People who come across this, they say, well, this is something I can do very easily in my lifetime. So those who visit the project site on the first day, they plant their first tree. And then we tell them, you do the remaining 13 wherever you go, in your homeland, in your backyard, or wherever. And if you don't find the land, come back and we will help you plant those remaining 13 trees. So we just want it's a very impractical utopian dream that if we can inspire every human on earth to think this way, let them become active and let them make themselves debt free. And so, in the bigger scheme of things, actually, even if every human on earth were to plant 14 trees, it will not make any material difference to the global warming and these big problems because these problems are of a much bigger scale. But invariably, what I have noticed that those who plant their 14 trees come back to me and say, well, I have done this. Now tell me, what do I do next? So when that question comes from them, they are receptive to taking up the next step. So we want to help people to take this baby step towards a more sustainable existence. And we are glad that people we are coming in contact with are, liking this narrative and coming along with us. So, to all the people on this call, I want to extend an open invitation that we are not too far from Pune, and our messengers and volunteers are already on this call. I can see Sanjeev on this call. So contact Sanjeev and he can guide you the way of how to come to 14 trees and join us in this journey. So I think I'll pause at this point. I've already used up my 30 minutes and I'll allow Projekta to now begin the round of Q&A.
Uh, Actually, 30 minutes were not enough for us. Like looking at all this, we feel that we could, go on even for hours. It was so inspiring. And generally, we always think that environment, somebody who is talking about environment means they are the perception created is that they are opposing economy or they do not want economic growth or something like that. And I think US is a very unique combination where you have achieved both. So we have a couple of questions in the chat box, so maybe we can go over that. Mm, एक मिनिट मला सांगायचं की तुम्ही प्रश्न कुठल्याही भाषेत विचारू शकता मराठी हिंदी इंग्लिश या तिन्ही पैकी आणि दुसरं म्हणजे अनम्यूट करूनही म्हणजे टाईप तर करता येईल पण अनम्यूट करूनही प्रश्न विचारू शकतो
Let me see the chat box. what is the land cover classification category of this site? Um, okay. So, what some of the ecologists have told us that it was a dry deciduous forest where we are actually at the point active, and I think it's a I would say more of a collage of different possibilities. So some patches are suitable for grassland restoration, some patches are suitable for tree cover, and so we are sort of doing a mix and match of that collage. And there are yeah, so uh, but predominantly the land area, which is it is close to Bhima Shankar, and it is a dry deciduous if you go back in the history. Next question, please tell us where the percolated water goes and how it is ultimately benefits. So percolated water obviously goes to the lower layers in the strata. So the wells which are downstream from our land, we have seen a marked improvement in their water capacity. So wells which used to go dry after the month of February are now having water even at the peak of summer. But this change has happened over about 6 to 7 years. So clearly, the percolation ponds have made a big difference to the area. There's a question, where is the location? So it is west side of Rajguru Nagar near Chas Kaman Dharan. And if you're interested in a visit to the site, contact Sanjeev Nayak and he can guide you to the steps of coming to the site. Um, Oh, I see a comment from Shailaja Tai also. I thought she was not going to be able to make it to the call, but looks like she found time to send a message. So thank you for inviting me to the presentation. Um, there's a question from Nupur. My name is Nupur. I have a question to you. That does the environment grow? In effect, your perception of the way you care about the nature, especially talking about youth these days. Okay, does the environment you grow in affect your perception of the way you care about it? I think, yeah, obviously, the environment you grow in does um, play a big role. I mean, I think I am doing this project because during my college years, I used to do a lot of trekking and outdoors. And when I saw that those spaces are depleting, that's when I felt, I need to take some action and get involved, and that's why I'm doing it. So I think certainly environment and growing up has shaped my thinking in a major way. Next question is from Ajay. Every 4 5 years, we see a year with drought. How have you managed? Okay, so how are we managing the drought years? Okay. So interesting thing is, the area where we are operating has about rainfall 750 mm. It is less than Pune. But our ponds fill up after about 300 mm of rain. So whatever rainfall happens beyond 300 400 mm, we are not able to hold it anyway. So even in drought years, we were able to survive fine because um, we have the storage of water which is needed to make those saplings survive through the next year's drought. So next question is, has your RWH increased water table in surrounding areas? Oh, yes. Yes, certainly our water table has increased and we have a systematic documentation of that. Every pond and well, we have put a marker and we take measurement of the water level every 15 days. So we have access to that data and it's available to anyone who wants to analyze that data. Next question. What is the criteria for selection of the land? Why near population? Why not in remote places? So, criteria for selection of land is that whoever is interested, we work with them. We do not see there are a lot of ideal places, but if the local community is not with you, there's no point in working there. So, our criteria of selection is there has to be someone local who really want this to happen, and they approach us. And when they show desire that we want rejuvenation to be done on land, we engage with them. So, sir, instead of trees, can we also use creepers to maintain the proportion? Yes, obviously. See, the thing is, if you start planting creepers right in the beginning, they may not survive. So, once the base microclimate is created, uh, the land becomes ready to accept more vegetation. And yes, we are bringing in not only trees, but also shrubs and climbers and herbs. So yes, absolutely yes. The next question is Samir Padhe. My suggestion would be such barren land, if natively barren, are not wastelands and harbor very unique biodiversity. So please do try to preserve the native part of such light. Actually, as this question is from Samir, and I do understand what you are referring to. My suggestion will be that if you can carve out 8 hours someday, come and meet us at the project site, and your concerns will be put to rest.
Samir is in Canada actually currently. He has a PhD in biodiversity related fields. So once he's in India, I think we can definitely invite him.
Actually, I would suggest that, whenever you come to India next, it is well worth your time, especially if you're doing a PhD in this topic. I would love to meet you and obviously benefit from your perspective. And I will also give you a picture of what the ground reality is here. Um, because you got to find a path which so I'll tell you, it's not just a nature restoration project, it is a community restoration project. And taking the community along, thinking about their sources of survival and livelihoods for them is a very, very integral part of this project, because without taking them along, they won't let it happen. So I will be happy to share our lessons learned from that perspective. And hopefully, we will have a very meaningful exchange and benefit from each other's perspective. Question from Amol K. Which days are you available at the site? Well, I'll say talk to Sanjeev Nayak. He knows it all. We'll find a mutually convenient time to meet. We also have a small office in Parihar Chowk in Aund. So you are most welcome to stop by and meet us here and then plan a visit to the project site. Question from Ajay is, have you replicated this model at some other location in Western Ghats? We want to, and we are looking for people to. So at the moment, we are, I would say, mostly active in Pune, Khed, and Ambelgaon Taluka. We have also few sites started now in Nashik, in Ahmednagar. Western Ghats is on our to-do list, and hopefully we'll reach there someday. It's a matter of finding the land and also some anchor person in that area who can work with us. So today the answer is no, but hopefully in a year or two from now, the answer will be yes. Next question from Mukund. Would it be possible to do this in an urban area on barren takeries in the city? Um, I think the dynamics of the barren takery in the city is very different. And I think there are groups like Green Hills, Vasundhara, Anandvan, who are very active. So I our focus is more on the areas which are outside of the city premises. But certainly some of the lessons learned are applicable here, and I'll be very happy to talk to anyone who is very active in the city Tekri area. There's a question.
Rajeshri wants to ask some question.
Yes,
Rajeshri,
please
you
go
want
ahead.
to ask?
Yes.
Yes,
Prakash
thank you.
also.
Thank you.
Prakash Bakal. Prakash, you can
Yeah.
also ask next.
प्रवीण सर खूप म्हणजे कोइन्सिडेंटली कॅन आय स्पीक इन मराठी ना
Absolutely, absolutely. मला पण थोडं बोलायला एक
Yes.
सर
तर
नमस्कार
कोइन्सिडेंट मी अगोदर विचारते
एक
Sorry.
मिनिट प्रकाश सर हा या
सर
राजश्री
नमस्कार सर
हा.
नमस्कार मी
अ,
प्रकाश बकाल
प्रकाश सर एक मिनिट राजश्री मॅडम बोलते त्याच्यानंतर
हा
तुम्ही
बोला
विचारू
बोला
शकता.
बोला बोला
हो येस
थँक्यू
Sorry.
हा टू द पॉइंट की म्हणजे कोइन्सिडेंटली मी अगोदर युट्यूबवरती आता 2-3 दिवस तुमचे इंटरव्ह्यूज ऐकत होते आणि लकीली प्राजक्ता ताईंनी हे टाकलं आणि ते सगळं जुळून आलं म्हणजे युट्यूब टू लाईव्ह सेशन समथिंग लाईक दॅट आम्ही हा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज माय क्वेश्चन इज दॅट की आम्ही 8वीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी असे काय म्हणूयात सीड प्लांटेशन, बीजारोपण करतो, की त्यांनी उन्हाळ्यामध्ये घरात लावलेल्या ज्या बिया असतात त्याच्यातून छोटी रोपं तयार करणं. तर असे आमची मागची 3 म्हणजे टोटल स्टुडंट स्ट्रेंथ समजा 150 अराउंड असेल, तर पर स्टुडंट 3 ते 5 रोपं आम्ही शाळेत लावून घेतो. मी निगडी ज्ञानप्रबोधिनीतून बोलते. आणि अशी साधारण 500 रोपं दरवर्षी तयार होतात, की जी आम्ही आमच्या लेव्हलला वाढवतो. पण मग नंतर आम्ही ती स्कॅटर्ड म्हणजे कुठे पण ती अशी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करावी लागतात. तर हाऊ कॅन वी गो हेड आणि अ, कसं म्हणजे कारण दरवर्षी जेन्युइनली हे काम होतं, की मुलांमध्ये ट्री प्लांटेशनचा आवड तयार व्हावी, सायंटिफिक आणि असं सगळं. पण अजून त्याला टोक गाठलं जात नाहीये. निसर्ग शाळा हा केतकी घाटे आणि मानसी यांचा कोर्स आम्ही एक्झिक्यूट करतोय. मागची 3 वर्ष, आता हे 4थं वर्ष असेल. पण स्पेसिफिकली विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ट्री प्लांटेशन हे आणखीन कसं पुढे न्यायचं हा थोडासा प्रश्न येतो. कारण दरवर्षी आमची साधारण एक 500 रोपं तयार होतात सगळ्या विद्यार्थ्यांची मिळून. म्हणजे 3 तासामध्ये प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्याला 3 बिया दिल्या जातात. म्हणजे एका ह्याच्यामध्ये 3 छोट्या बिया आणि अशी 3 पिशव्या आणि त्याच्यातून ते प्लांटेशन होतं. ते नंतर वाढवलंही जातं म्हणजे वर्षभर त्याची काळजी घेणं वगैरे, कारण ते शाळेच्याच प्रिमायसेसमध्ये असतं. पण त्यानंतर ते बल्कमध्ये देणं आणि ते आम्हाला सगळं तो जर्नी काही पाहण्याचं होत नाहीये. म्हणजे त्याची वाढ बघणं आणि असं सगळं. हा एक प्रश्न होता. आणि दुसरा असा की घोराडेश्वर आणि आता म्हणजे हा विषय तुम्ही कव्हर केलाच, की बॅरन लँडवरती म्हणजे सिटीजमध्ये ते डिफिकल्ट आहे. तर घोराडेश्वर आणि इथे धनंजय शेटबळे आणि ती टीम खूप निसर्ग सेवक नावाची जी आहे, तर ते खूप वर्ष हे सगळं करतायत. पण ते अधूनमधून लोकल लोकांचे लावणारे वणवे आणि ते सगळं त्याच्यामध्ये ते सगळं डॅमेज होऊन जातं. तर ह्या दोन्ही गोष्टींकडे सोल्युशन किंवा हाऊ टू वर्क आउट ऑन दॅट. थँक्यू.
तर तुम्ही राहायला पुण्यात आहे का?
हो, निगडीला. येस, पुण्यात निगडी.
तर एक एक दिवस तुम्ही वेळ काढून आमच्या ऑफिसला या भेटायला. आपण याच्यावर
ओके,
चर्चा
परिहार
करूया.
चौक.
आणि
अच्छा.
संजीवच्या माध्यमाने तुम्ही सेटअप करा. आणि शक्य आपण काही
ओके.
गोष्ट ह्या दिशेत करू शकतो, की ती
हम्म,
प्रेमाने वाढवलेली रोपं
हम्म.
झाडांमध्ये
येस.
बदलावी आणि त्यांचं
हा.
संगोपन व्हावं, ह्याच्यात
हम्म.
आम्ही अवश्य तुम्हाला सहयोग करू शकतो. हं?
ओके. ठीक
आणि
आहे.
दुसरा
थँक्यू.
प्रश्न आहे की
हा.
लोक
सिटी.
आपण यत्न केल्यानंतरही ते सगळं बनवा लावून सगळं पेटवून संपवतात आहे. हं? आणि ते कार्य आहे की त्यांना त्यांना स्वतःचा फायदा दिसत नाहीये जे तुम्ही करताय त्याच्यात. आणि म्हणून अशा पद्धतीने करणं गरजेचं आहे, ज्याने त्या जे पेटवणारे लोक आहेत त्यांना कळणं की त्यांचा काय फायदा आहे याच्यामध्ये. आणि हेच कारण आहे की आम्ही लाईव्हलीहूड जनरेशन
लोकल.
पार्टिसिपेशनवर खूप जास्त भर दिलेला आहे.
येस.
आणि आमच्या झाडांची कॉस्ट प्रॉब्ली वी आर सेलिंग द मोस्ट एक्सपेन्सिव्ह ट्रीज आउट देअर. लोक म्हणतात की आपण 5 रुपयामध्ये झाडं लावू शकतो, 50 रुपयामध्ये झाडं लावू शकतो. आम्हाला 1500 रुपये लागतात झाडं लावायला, कारण की त्या झाडाची आम्ही काळजी घेतो आणि एन्शुअर करतो की ते जगणार आणि त्याच्यातनं लोकांना फायदा मिळणार. तर त्यांना जॉब्स देणं, सस्टेन जॉब देणं, त्यात खर्च येतो. तर खर्च येतो,
करेक्ट.
रिझल्ट पण
येस.
आहे. तर
गॉट
ह्याबद्दल
इट.
पण आपण चर्चा करू जेव्हा
हा.
तुम्ही. येस.
ओके. वन पॉइंट आय रिअलाइज की तुम्ही कम्युनिटीला सोबत घेऊन जातात, त्यामुळे मग कम्युनिटीची ती जबाबदारी बनते की दे हॅव टू प्रोटेक्ट दॅट थिंग, की विच इज नॉट कनेक्ट. म्हणजे हा काहीतरी मिसिंग पॉइंट आहे इतर ठिकाणी बहुतेक. त्यामुळे ते टिकणं किंवा वाढवणं जे आहे तिथे असे मोठे ऑब्स्टॅकल्स येतात.
आणि आम्ही असा नाही क्लेम करणार की आम्ही कम्युनिटीचे सगळे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करून घेतले. आमच्याकडे पण बनवायला लागणारे लोक आहेत, पण
अच्छा.
त्यांना विरोध करणारे लोक पण आम्ही उभे केलेत.
हा. येस, युअर राईट. बरोबर.
पण
गॉट
पण
इट.
ते सगळं जुळायला वेळ लागतो आणि इट्स नॉट एन इझी थिंग. तो आय अग्री.
येस, इट इज. ओके, थँक्यू.
प्रकाश सर विचारा तुम्ही
बोला.
तुमचा प्रश्न.
सर नमस्कार, मी प्रकाश बकाल, इकोसत्व एन्व्हायरमेंटल सोल्युशन प्रायव्हेट लिमिटेड, छत्रपती संभाजीनगर, ॲज अ असिस्टंट प्रोग्राम मॅनेजर आहे. आणि तुम्ही जसं आता हे काम बघितलं मी आणि सरांचं सगळं लेक्चर बघितलं, तर खूपच ग्रेट आहे सर. आणि खरंच तुमच्या या कार्याला आमचा सलाम आहे. कारण पर्यावरण जगलं तरच पुढची पिढी काहीतरी शाश्वत विकास करू शकेल. ह्या अनुषंगानं तुम्ही खूप मोठं इनिशिएटिव्ह घेऊन खूप काम करताय. असं झालंय की ही लँड एक तर फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटची असावी का?
नाही, असं नाही आहे. ही म्हणजे गायरान लँड आहे, ग्रामपंचायतीची लँड.
गार्डन लँड.
या.
म्हणजे ग्रामपंचायतच्या अधिपत्याखाली येते, त्याच्यामुळे त्यांनी परमिशन दिली आणि केलंय हे सगळं काम.
हो,
तर
त्यांनी
असंच
आम्हाला
आम्ही काय,
परवानगी दिली आहे, परवानगी दिली आहे.
हो
खर्च
तेच
नाही
तर
करतो.
काय. नाही, काय होतंय की आता आम्ही फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटची 4 हेक्टर लँड ऍज अ डेव्हलपिंगला घेतली 2014ला. 2014 पासून चांगली वृक्ष लागवड केली, चांगले झाडं मोठमोठी झाली आणि 18ला ती काढून घेतली आणि इको बटालियनला दिली. पण मग हे असं कुठंतरी फेल्युअर येत आहे कार्य करत असताना, त्याच्यामुळे आमचा मोरल डाऊन झाला. आणि
हा.
मग त्याच अनुषंगाने आम्ही पुन्हा ग्रीन स्कूल मिशन चालू केलं. भरपूर डेन्स फॉरेस्ट मेवाकी पद्धतीने झाडं लावली. खूप मला खूप सुरुवातीपासून तुमचं हे सगळं कार्य पाहत होतं, खूपच आवडलं आणि खरंच असंच कार्य
ते
जर
कसं आहे
करत
की
राहिलं तर.
आम्ही आम्ही काय करतो की 100 साईट्सवर काम करतोय, त्याच्यापैकी
बरोबर.
10-15 गळणार आम्हाला माहित आहे. पण जवळ ऐंशी
ते तर असतं
टक्के
सर,
80
ते
टक्के
ते
जर
ठरवून
जगल्या
चालावं
तरी
लागतं सर.
मला समाधान आहे, असं आहे.
नाही, बरोबर आहे सर, आम्ही खरं
तर
प्लॅन आहे
आणि
त्याच्यामध्ये फॉर
क्वेश्चन,
इन
व्हॉट इज द
फ्युचर मी
कॉस्ट पर हेक्टेअर पर इयर? तर पर इयर नाही, आमचं एक आहे की एक एक एकर लँडला रिज्युविनेट करण्यासाठी आम्हाला जवळजवळ 5 लक्ष खर्च येतो ओव्हर इट्स लाईफ टाईम. तर ते आम्ही जवळ 3 ते 4 वर्षावर तेवढा खर्च करतो. आणि त्याच्यात आम्ही सगळं गड्डे करतो, तळं करतो, लाईव्हलीहूड्स लोकांना पगार देतो, त्याचं रक्षण सगळं करतो. तर त्याच्यात आम्हाला जवळ 5 लक्ष खर्च येतो प्रति एकर.
हे सगळं CSR माध्यमातून ना सर?
CSR आणि आम्हाला लोक मदत करतात आहे, पर्सनल फंड्स
डोनेट.
नाही,
बरोबर.
डोनेशन.
बरोबर.
त्याच्या आधी एक प्रश्न होता की व्हाईल लिव्हिंग इन द सिटी हाऊ कॅन आय कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट टू दिस कॉज. द क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम अजय होमकर. तर तुम्ही झाडं ॲज अ गिफ्ट द्यायला सुरुवात करा. कुणाचं वाढदिवस झाला, कुणाचं लग्न कार्य आहे, काही कुणाला म्हणजे इन्स्टेड ऑफ गिव्हिंग अ फ्लावर बुके आणि ट्रॉफीज द्यापेक्षा झाडं द्या. तर त्यांनी काय होईल की एक झाड जगेल, पाणी येईल, लोकांना रोजगार मिळेल. आणि जर तुम्हाला स्वतः वेळ देता आला तर खूपच छान, पण जर वेळ नसेल जमत तर तुम्ही झाडांना अडॉप्ट करा.
So the next question is, because of the increased biodiversity in the area, you mentioned that bee and bird population have increased. So how does this help increase pollination agriculture lands in and around this area?
Actually, this is a second order effect, I would say. म्हणजे it requires a more scientific and detailed study. And I think these effects will happen over a longer period of time. It is very difficult to establish that benefit over such a short period of time. So I would say these are the areas where we need collaboration with academicians and the masters and PhD students who can come use our sites as a test lab to do these controlled experiments. म्हणजे आय कॅन टेल यू सम अनेक्डोटल एव्हिडन्सेस की आम्ही कुठे केमिकल आणि हे सगळं वापरत नाही. आमचे शेजारचे लोक वापरतात. सो द फर्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स वी सॉ ऑल द इन्सेक्ट्स आर सिटिंग इन अवर प्लॉट अँड ईटिंग एव्हरीथिंग दॅट वी आर प्लांटिंग, because that's where they could find a. But then the birds started coming to feed on them, and then the equilibrium established. So I have some anecdotal observations, but if you want to prove it scientifically, we certainly need some serious statisticians and academicians to come and do those experiments.
Question from Vandana is, grasslands are diminishing and is creating problem for nomads and grazing communities. How can we take care of this issue?
See, मला काय वाटतं की we are not using our land asset properly. There's a lot of indiscriminate, unplanned usage. ज्याच्याकडे जागा आहे ते पेटवत चाललेत, finishing it off, uncontrolled construction. So if you do a proper land management, I think the earth is big enough and our country is big enough to meet the needs of everyone. So the real solution lies in a good, thoughtful, planned land use. Are there
Somebody
any other?
asking, yeah. Are there any government schemes or funds that help you in your work or government initiatives active in Pune?
See, I'll tell you, the project is growing through primarily inbound interest. Land is growing because Gram Panchayats are coming, offering their land to us. Workers are coming and asking for jobs, so they are getting employment. The passionate individuals from the cities are coming and helping us through their donations, and they're bringing in CSR. We are not actively going out and seeking help. So at the moment, we have not actively gone out and sought help from the government. Any day government comes and talks to us, we'll be very happy to work with them. But my fear is that if I go and knock on their door, they'll think, एक बंदा और आ गया है पैसा मांगने के लिए. So we don't want to get classified into that category कि कटोरा लेके आ गया. So we don't want to look like a beggars anywhere.
Next question from Anand, and after that, Rekha has a question. She can go ahead and ask. So Anand is asking, how can we replicate in the Karzat area where he already has a small biodiverse farm and connection with the Katkari community and other villages over the past 8 years?
So I think Karzat area, I will say two differences from where we are. I think it has more rainfall, so it is good. You have water, but it is also close to Mumbai, and therefore the pressure on the land is very, very high. Everybody wants to build their farmhouses there. So finding a piece of land where people will let you do nature restoration is going to be a harder challenge there. That's my gut feeling. But certainly, uh, the basic principles around which we are trying to do restoration are very much applicable. And if you are interested, certainly come and talk to us. We can, collaborate and share our learnings with you. And absolutely, we should do it.
रेखाताई तुम्हाला प्रश्न विचारायचा तरी हो.
येस संजीव, थँक्यू. याचे दोन प्रश्न आहेत. एक मला विचारायचं की आज शहरात राहणाऱ्या लोकांना असं म्हणजे मला स्वतःला असं वाटतं की मी अशी 5 झाडं दरवर्षी लावत अशी कोणाला तरी ती नंतर दिली पाहिजेत. अशी काही सिस्टीम तुमच्याकडे मिळू शकेल का? मी असे जर नागरिक असे तयार असतील दर काही वर्षाला झाडं लावायची आणि ती अशी 2-3 वर्ष वाढवायची आणि ती नंतर द्यायची, तर अशी तुमच्याकडे आम्ही ती देऊ शकूत का? असा एक मला
ऍब्सोल्युटली आमच्याकडे मोठी नर्सरी आहे. तुम्ही जर अगदी प्रेमाने वाढवलेली रोपं आहेत, तुम्ही आम्हाला द्या, त्याला घर देऊ, त्याला वाढवू आणि त्याला कुठेतरी लावू. ऍब्सोल्युटली.
हो, कारण हा खूप प्रश्न पडतो की झाडं वाढवली द्यायची कोणाला आता, हा प्रश्न नेहमी येतो, तर म्हणून विचारलं. आणि
आनंदाने तुमची झाडं घेऊ.
हो, सो मच सर. आणि दुसरा प्रश्न असा की तर तुम्ही जरी ग्रामपंचायत एरियामध्ये काम करत असलात तरी एक प्रशासन म्हणून आपल्याला इथे शहरामध्ये आम्ही जेव्हा बघतो प्रशासन फार उदासीन दिसतं आम्हाला. तर तुम्ही जसं म्हणाल तसं की ग्रामपंचायतीला तिथली लोकल लोक त्याच्यामध्ये समाविष्ट होतात आणि त्याच्यामुळे ते थोडं तिथे रूपच बदलून जाते. पण आम्हाला शहरवासियांना, म्हणजे तुम्ही शहरवासीच आहात, परंतु इथे काम करताना आम्ही हे प्रशासनाचा उदासीनपणा याच्यावरती आम्ही काय करावं असं तुम्ही काय सुचवू शकाल?
तुम्ही एकदा आमच्या साईटवर या, तर तुम्हाला एक नवीन ऊर्जा मिळेल. मग त्या
ओके ओके. म्हणजे जास्त ऊर्जेची गरज आहे असं थोडक्यात मला समजलं.
तुम्हाला म्हणजे यू हॅव टू बी परसिस्टंट इन युअर मिशन.
ओके ओके, थँक्यू.
There's another question from Prashant called, what are your thoughts on the global efforts like CBD and biodiversity? Actually, to be honest with you, I really don't know about these efforts because we are doing this work in our backyard, and I think Yogita in our team may be in a better position to answer this question because she is much more plugged in with what's happening in the world. So we are not that well plugged in on monitoring what else is going on. We are doing our experiment in our backyard. Another question is from Stanika. As a design student, what can design?
I think the simple answer is she can come and meet us at
You should meet Medha.
because there are a lot of people who are we already have a lot in your team who are
actually, we are completely using design to bring about this whole transformation. So design and creative thinking is at the very core of everything that we do. And if you are a design student, then come and talk to Medha, who's leading our design effort. Absolutely.
The last question, which we might take, Prajakta is giving some cues. So yeah, it's from Shavani, who is an architecture
From
college. She came,
architecture.
yeah. She, I think, heard her friend Tejas Joshi attended the recent program in Chakai.
Oh, so Tejas, he has spent already a week on our site, so he knows everything that's going on. So what's your question?
As an architecture student, how do you think we can help in this scenario of restoring environmental damage? Because most of the problems are occurring due to construction and taking up the green spaces and cutting them down and further constructing over there.
So actually, we have an architect named Amruta Naidu. She works on sustainable architecture, and she is helping us design sustainable solutions to these problems. See, there are a lot of big problems out in the world, and you cannot, take the entire ownership of solving all the problems in your head. So our simple approach is apply your ideas to something small, create something good, and if people like it, then they would want to replicate whatever you're doing. So start small. So we are at this point not worrying about the entire architectural damage of the entire earth. We are only worrying about the 200 acres we are working on. And we are creating a model example there, which people are liking. So people are saying, "Well, how can I do the same thing at my place also?" So that's how slowly, by bit, things are growing. And it's a drop in the ocean, but nonetheless, gives us a sense of movement and satisfaction. So we all sleep peacefully at night because we are tired after a day's work, and our mind is clear that at least we are taking some climate action.
Nirupam is thanking for the insightful, thanks Pravin sir for the insightful story and journey of 14 trees. I got to know about 14 trees from Mr. Ajay Ladda, very interesting initiative. I think Ajay is also attending this call today. Ajay is a major supporter and evangelist of 14 trees, besides doing a lot for ecology.
So I think everyone could hear me today, but I could not see the other people who are on the call. So everybody is on a camera is off,
No,
right?
I think
we
we can allow the video for just last 1 minute,
I'll
so
take
you
a
can see
screenshot.
everybody, and
So
we'll take a screenshot.
but,
Yeah,
I was talking not to a wall, but to some real people.
sorry.
Definitely, we can do that.
There is Nupur also is saying thank you, and I think a lot of good questions. I think very.
So please switch on your videos.
Yeah, people can switch on their videos now, so that we can look at all those very enthusiastic people who attended.
We can organize a chai samosa party for this group in our office someday. We can continue this.
Okay. Yeah. So first in the office probably, and then we'll plan a visit to 14 trees very soon.
Yeah, we definitely want to. We definitely want to visit the site.
Yes.
And of course, we will. Sanjeev is a big evangelist and the driving force. So we all will go with Sanjeev.
Okay, I'm not a driving force. Driving force is Pravin only. But yeah, I mean, it's from my experiences, I can just say it is a wonderful experience working at 14 Trees, because it brings out various creative ideas and whatever you can contribute in your, like what Pravin says, in your small ways. Like we cannot solve maybe all the problems of the world, but we can surely contribute to doing small things and spreading the word, whether it's in the city, whether it is around Pune, it's all possible. You just need to have the enthusiasm, some good ideas, some good and atmosphere, and everything works out well. So you get to meet amazing people. Like we have people here. Yeah.
There are many people who have already been to the site among this group already, so they can share their observations. Or
Ajay is there, Manjushri is there, Shailaja Tai is there,
and fantastic. And Shailaja, thanks for joining.
Yeah, I could finish my earlier session early, so I could join actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I think open invitation to everyone to come and plan a visit.
Yes, we will revisit and we'll have a samosa chai at 14 Trees maybe.
No, samosa chai will be at the 14 office.
Okay, in the office. Okay.
You don't make samosas at the site.
Yes.
You
Yes, we know
only
that.
serve bhakris. Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So,
No, thank you.
Prajakta, so take a screenshot.
एक मिनिट हो एक
हाँ,
मिनिट
I think I had done
When the
spotlight or
others
something.
are,
घेतलास का
Yeah.
संजीव?
No, I am not so good at taking a screenshot, so you can.
Wait, I think I will take one.
I will put Pravin
Yes.
maybe in the spotlight or something
Yeah,
like that.
no. I think it's a
Yeah.
gallery.
Okay,
I
in the
have-
gallery. Oh, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
I have taken one.
Yes.
So
So good to
Great.
see a lot of
Thank you.
participants
Yes.
of all ages across backgrounds. So that is what we actually get to see at 14 Trees, people of different backgrounds, different age groups coming on a common platform and conversing about how to solve the world's problems. Yeah, and good comes out of it. It's very much possible, like we are done today. So thanks, Pravin, for a very, very, I don't know what to say.
very
Yeah,
inspiring,
Yeah,
very
it's more than
insightful.
inspiring. It actually brings everybody inside the into what he's doing. So it's a
And
very inclusive and
even though he says that we should visit the site, which we will, to get recharged, but I think even this session was quite recharging. I'm feeling
Correct,
quite
correct.
positive even just by attending this.
अगं पण
Yes.
So
प्राजक्ता
thanks.
जाऊन जो अनुभव येतो ना तो तसा येत नाही. त्यामुळे प्रवीण जे बोलतो ते
नाही जाणार आहेच
जायलाच
आहे.
पाहिजे.
नाही जायलाच
तिथे
पाहिजे.
जाऊन
जाणार आहेच आहे.
So like even Pravin and I believe that we normally don't do online presentations and all that because our biggest presentation is at the site. Just like at the rivers. We don't really want to talk a lot about river online. We actually ask people to come near the river and experience for themselves what are the issues, what could be the solutions, and then let people take their view and decide what they should contribute. So that is how we actually invite people to come on ground level, whether it is at 14 Trees, whether it is on the river, and then sort out whatever issues are there, what solutions can be there, how they can contribute. It helps. We have a lot in common in that. So thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot, Pravin. And
Thank you, Praveen.
Thank you.
And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for attending. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.